It's Katie Rubin, your friendly neighborhood modern mystic energy healer, divine light channel, and my dog Squeezel coming to you live. I wanted to come to you guys live with like the laundry hamper and the unmade bed and the dog and this is my pajama shirt. I've barely touched my hair. It's a mess. Why? Because humans, we're not supposed to be perfect. Did you know that? We're not here to be perfect. We're here to pursue excellence in the name of our higher selves while being flawed and leaning on that which is perfect, which is consciousness or the divine or God or love or whatever you like to call the gluifying force of the universal all that is. You know what I'm saying? So you get to be like a frumpy lady sometimes. You can be a frumpy lady as much as you fucking want to be. Because you're a human being with a nervous system and you get tired and you need food and you need rest. You have needs and your needs matter and you get to need to be frumpy sometimes. In the recent past, having opened your Akashic records, as y'all know, I opened the records of everyone who will see this video and benefit from it. Then I'm shuffling, then I'm listening for the moment to stop shuffling, and here is your 3-card spread for the end of this week. By the way, we're in the midst of a Mercury retrograde. It is afoot. We're still in the center of this Venus retrograde as well. How we relate, how we connect, how we love, what is beautiful, what is abundance, what do we care about, how do we value ourselves and others. All of it is up for review. Contracts to be signed, big purchases to be made, money, computers. These are all things that'll sort of be wonky probably for the next couple days because of the Mercury retrograde. Don't panic. It's a time to slow down and review more fully before you make a forward push. To wit, in your recent past, somewhere there's been a sad embrace. In the present moment, here we are with the Mountain card, which if you recall, I believe in our Monday reading, this was the outcome card for a bunch of days. And here we are in the present moment, which in that moment was the future moment. It all makes sense. I swear I don't plan this. I shuffle, I pull, and this shit happens because magic is real. The outcome is metamorphosis. Let me tell you something. To have metamorphosis be the outcome card in a Mercury retrograde and a Venus retrograde, this is the goal, you guys. The best outcome you can have during a time where things in the external reality and your internal reality slow down and or go backwards and or go wonky for the purpose of you getting an opportunity to review your choices. Retrograde means review again. Look at it again. If you get an opportunity to look again at it, whatever it is, the systems in your life, the relationships, the job, the people, the money, the house, the location, whatever it is, if you get a chance to look at it again and you live into the moment of the mountain, which we'll talk about in a second, and the outcome is a big change, you've succeeded. That's called success at the end of a retrograde. Success is, retrogrades are here to have you review. And if you get to metamorphosize at the end of that review, what a gift. You have to think of it this way. If you get to change, go through a metamorphosis, that change was coming anyway. That change was needed. Look in your life at how many places you may be resisting change. What if that change is actually on your side? What if it has your back? Okay, in the recent past, sad embrace, loss is a part of life. Let go and allow time to heal you. You might be entering into a period where loss is a theme. This is the recent past for you. Perhaps you're having to let go of a long cherished dream. If so, take heart, for this ending may have been for your highest good. A better and more powerful dream will be realized in your life if you can accept the loss. Relationships based on faulty foundations are meant to end at this time. Disappointment is a form of perception. If your expectations weren't met, a sense of loss arises, along with sadness and grief. Express these emotions. Tears are like healing rain that can restore life to a parched inner landscape. Growth is always assured. Whatever the loss, however great it is, let go and experience your feelings so that you may soon see what beauty lies ahead. As someone who works as an energy healer and sees many, many clients every single day of my life, I don't know how to emphasize this point enough. If I could tell you how much, whatever the loss, however great it is, let go and experience your feelings so that you may soon see what beauty lies ahead. If I could tell you how regularly that piece of advice comes up and comes through and is what people need to hear. Feel your feelings. Don't exile them or run from them. If you sink into your feelings, I promise you one day they will stop plaguing you. If you exile your feelings or run away from them, they'll just keep plaguing you until you feel into them. That is the point of them. They want you to go into them. Why? Because the only way out is through. That's why. You have to go through the feelings to get through them. You don't get to go around them. You don't get to good vibes only them. You know how fucking toxic and damaging it is to good vibes only your goddamn feelings? That's a great way to get real sick and unhealthy and disintegrated and definitely dysregulated. When you feel into your feelings, you get re-regulated. That's why they're there. Your feelings have information for you, my friends. There's information in them. But you gotta feel them to get the information. The present moment is the mountain. Let's hear about that from the words of Colette Baron Reid. You have the capacity to flow around any obstacle. Remember this for Monday. This was the outcome card on Monday. Now we're Friday and we're in the present moment. Isn't that cool? The outcome becomes the present. The present is always the thing. Power, by the way, where is power? Power is now and now and now. Now is power, not future. Therefore, we don't want to be making choices in the now for a future that doesn't exist. The now is where the power is. Make the now choice that you need with an eye toward the future. But we don't get to decide exactly what the future is going to look like. We can have a vision of the future and head toward it. But what gets you to it? Being in the fucking now. Okay. You have the capacity to flow around any obstacle. This is a time to adapt. Sometimes you'll come across what appears to be an insurmountable obstacle, like a huge mountain that separates you from your success. You might think that climbing it or chiseling away at it is the answer, but why take such a treacherous, tedious approach? Be like the rivers that flow around the mountains naturally. You'll move past this obstacle relatively quickly if you choose the easy way around. This is the time to adapt to your circumstances. If you do decide to climb, remember to take one step at a time, opting for the next right action. So it's not a time to try to make the obstacles in your life go away by getting your pickaxe out and chipping away. Look how big that guy is. That's a huge ass mountain. You want to get your little fork out and just start digging out little chunks of it, waste all your energy and become exhausted because you spent your energy in a way that was not useful? I don't recommend that. We have a bunch of retrogrades. A retrograde is a nice time to just flow around those obstacles. Just be like, I see the obstacle. I'm just going to go over here and I'm just going to do this other thing, and trust that in time, everything will fall into place. The outcome is the metamorphosis. Let's see what words we have about that. You are in the process of deep and beautiful change. How long is this outcome? 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 2 weeks. That's a big chunk of change. See what I did there? Butterflies earn their wings through great effort. The process of change is often painful, for it is never without losses and sacrifices. If you are to transform from one form to another, right? The butterfly, you see we have a butterfly here. Right in there. Butterfly guy. You can't become a butterfly when you were a caterpillar without losing your caterpillarness. This is the thing people don't like about change, is the old thing has to go bye-bye. Okay. The process, if you are to transform from one form to another, a part of you needs to die. Letting go isn't easy, especially when you're used to thinking a certain way about your life and how you live it. Just as a snake sheds its dead skin or caterpillar dies so that a butterfly can be born, you're required to release your old ideas and embrace a necessary change so you can live your best life. Perhaps you're being asked to let go of low self-worth, a dream that no longer serves you, a relationship that is draining, or unhealthy habits. Despite your fear, you must accept that this is a transformational time for you. There will be some loss involved, but you'll love what you become. You know, sometimes, you guys, what I've found over and over, I'm being real sassy today, but the true truth is when you're in a situation where the universe is having you flow around an insurmountable or a seemingly insurmountable obstacle, it's usually because the obstacle is not actually the problem. The obstacle is not the thing that needs chipping away at. It's something inside of us. So anytime we're looking out there and going like, this should change. Why is this like this? But it won't change, and you get a card in your 3-card spread that says flow around it. That's because if you flow around it, you're gonna be forced to reckon with yourself. What is the thing inside of you that if you were to flood it with the water of the river of love would soften so that you would experience change in a way that is healthy and healing and integrating for you? Remember the old saying, if you're pointing one finger out in blame at something else, there are 3 fingers at least pointing back at you. So there's 3 times as much change that needs to happen inside of you as there is to that thing you're pointing at, whether it's your partner or your job or your financial situation or whatever. So inside, what has to change? That's the question. When you need some support, katierubin.com to book your sessions. I love you guys. Take care of yourselves. Have a great weekend. Please enjoy yourself. Have some fun. Remember, you're a river right now. That thing out there is not going to go anywhere. So just be a river. Enjoy yourself. Look inside. What can I do in here rather than what needs to change out there? I love ya. Oh, Star Being starts again. Not next week, but the week after that. So if you've got a history with energy healing, if you are already on a spiritual path and you're looking to deepen your work, consider joining us, not next week, but the following Thursdays, more than likely in the afternoons this time around on Pacific time, which will be the evening Eastern time. Hit me up if you have questions about that. It's my mid-level to advanced energy healing class. I do have to speak with you by Zoom. We'll set up a time to chat to see if it's the right fit for you.